Hey guys, Joesnowmobiles here again with the ML320. Today I want to show you how to replace one of your power steering hoses. Mine, I think it just leaks at the fitting, but I'm not totally sure if it maybe have a pinhole leak somewhere on the hose. So I just went ahead and bought a new hose. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the old one and quickly reconnect the new one, hopefully before we don't lose too much fluid. I've had a couple issues with the power steering hoses popping off, and I want to make sure that that doesn't happen anymore. So if you've got that leaky power steering problem, hopefully this helps you fix yours. I may also replace one of the other hoses eventually, so I figured I would do a video on it, and hopefully that will help you guys out. So thanks for watching, stay tuned, and we'll get to it. Hey guys, so I got this new power steering hose for the ML320. It's by Rain Automotive out of Cranberry, New Jersey, trademark of CRP Industries. So crpautomotive.com, check them out. Part number is PSH0112R. Power steering hose replaces 16346600781. This hose was made recently in Turkey. Very interesting. So we're going to go ahead and replace that power steering hose right there. Right here. This one coming all the way through. And where it connects underneath here, which is kind of hard to see. We're going to do that, connect that down there. So hopefully that'll fix our leaky problem. All right, so let's get started. We're going to go ahead and loosen up this fitting here. And I've got the new fittings. Okay, so I've got the new hose here. And it looks like this hose fitting is going to go just like that. The other one on the other side is going to go like this. So I'm going to have this ready to go. So when I install the new hose, I won't be leaking out too much fluid out of this tank, because there is a lot of fluid in this tank. So I'm pretty much going to pop that out, pop the new one in. I'm going to stick a couple rags down in here to catch some of the fluid, because this fluid is not cheap. This fluid is not cheap. And it also doesn't look good all over your driveway. So with that being said, let's loosen it up. Let's get ready with our new hose. And we're just gonna probably just see if we can pop this off. May loosen it up just a little bit more. Yeah, you're just gonna have to wiggle it. Stick your finger over it once you got the old hose off. And then go ahead and get your new hose on. Just like that. Just keep the other end up and you won't have anything coming out of it. And I think that's good now that it's on. Now the other one is back here, right back here. Let's see if I can get a video of us taking that off. Alright, so this other one, I should have kept it up higher because it's still leaking some fluid out. I'm going to bring this up higher than the location that it's disconnected from. We didn't lose too much fluid, but we'll check it. Alright, this is a tricky one to get an angle on because this radiator hose is right over it, but there is there's a fitting right here. I wish I could show you how this is on there. Maybe I still can. Just gonna go ahead and loosen up that band clamp, same thing. Alright, so it's nice and loose. And we're just gonna do the same thing. We're gonna yank off the old one like this. If we can. That is the plan. I don't know if that part on the motor is plastic or brass. You don't want to obviously break it, but okay, there we go. It looks like it's brass. Got a little fluid dripping out of the old hose, but that's the other end of it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the new hose, attach it over that fitting before too much fluid leaks out, and get it all the way over, slide it all the way on. Get your new clamp positioned. Again, this isn't rocket science. It's just a little tricky getting in there. I'm just gonna move your hands around until you get everything positioned properly. You're at a good spot. Makes that a whole lot easier to tighten up too. You do have to be careful that you don't over tighten these sometimes, because you can rip the rubber. They usually go pretty snug. You also don't want to tighten it so tight that the band itself strips out as well. Tighten up this fitting here. Now that this hose is nice and dry, I'll be able to identify if there's any other leaks. Sometimes you get a leak from the back of this. There's an O-ring on the back of the power steering pump, and I have seen some other videos. I don't think I've seen one on the ML320 where they replace that, but I may do that one day. I do have an extra Reservoir. And if you know you have one of these ML320s and you're planning on keeping it for a long time, might I recommend that based on some of the repairs that you see, that you start to purchase these spare parts if you're planning to keep it for a long period of time. Because if you look on eBay, you can find these parts really inexpensive, and it will save yourself a ton of money in the long run. So all done there. We're going to check the fluid here really quick, see where we're at, because I think we lost some. You got a couple different levels there. One is 20 degrees Celsius, the other one is 80 degrees Celsius. So if it's a cooler day, you want to be on the lower of those two. 20, and there's also 80. So let's see if we should be somewhere in this lower area, not up here. It's not that warm today. We want to be somewhere in between. See where we're at. And looks like I'm really high, so I might have to drain a little bit out. Other than that, we're in good shape.